LeanLaw's legal billing software is designed to make it easy to create and send invoices to your clients. Today, we're going to go through LeanLaw's billing workflow so you can learn about how easy it is to pull together all of your time, create an invoice, and then send it over to QuickBooks and have it be ready to email to your clients. Our focus is going to be on the workflow. We're not going to get into the details of some of the editing capabilities that we have, but that you can see in another video about our draft and creating invoices in-depth video. So, as you can see, we're in the Ready to Bill page, and we are going to step through LeanLaw's workflow designed to make it easy for you to go from collecting those time entries to sending your information over to QuickBooks and sending invoices out to your clients. We're on the Ready to Bill page, and here you'll see listed, you'll see all of the information that's in a work in progress state. So anything that hasn't yet been put on a draft bill. You can see non-billable hours, you can see billable hours, you can see the billable amount, fixed fees, and expenses as well. And this will be for any of the matters that you have outstanding. So we're going to take this CC&Rs for Bonner County Development number 387. We're going to go ahead and with one simple click, we're going to create a draft invoice. And what you'll see here is now that will fall off, that matter has now fallen off the list of things in Ready to Bill. And when we move to the next phase, we move to our draft phase, you will see that now we have a draft invoice for that matter. The next step here will be to go in and open our draft editor. And here you have lots of flexibility in terms of editing the information that's on the draft. And we're not going to go into that in depth in this video, but essentially what you'll use this for is to review the information, make sure you have the right information on this invoice. And if you don't, move the information off the bill so that you get the right content for the invoice that you're going to send to your client. You can go in and say, you know what, I'm going to write down this time entry. We're going to write it down by half an hour. And so you'll see that automatically applies an amount. You can also save for later, change the matter, or hold off. The next step here, if we want to save this in draft form, we can go ahead and save. Or we can move on to the next step in the workflow. In this case, it is approve. Or if we're not quite ready to bill for this yet, we can undo the draft and send it back to our Ready to Bill page. I'm going to go ahead and approve this invoice. And then you'll see we move to the next stage of the process. And so if we go into approved, you'll see here is our matter and invoice that we've looked at here. Now, the approved state is not a required part of the billing workflow. It's an optional choice. We also have an additional optional choice of a review stage. But essentially, if you're going to use this stage, you can use this for an extra set of eyes to come in and make sure you've got the right information on the invoice. You might do this if you have a billing coordinator or an office administrator going and pulling together all of the information for your invoice, but you want a responsible attorney to have final eyes on that invoice before you submit it over to QuickBooks. So in this state, you can go in, and again, you'll pop open the draft editor, but you'll notice you cannot edit this. This just gives you the ability to review the information that's going to be presented on that final invoice. And so once you are ready to submit that to QuickBooks, you can click approve and submit, and then you'll be prompted for that. And with that, now you have sent that invoice over to QuickBooks, and there is a copy of that available. And you will be able to see here is the draft of the PDF for that invoice with all of the relevant information. This is the same as the PDF version that would go to your client. And so here, based on our invoice settings, so we've got our account summary, our trust summary, retainer information, our summary, and then because we've elected to, we have all of the trust activity for this particular client on this invoice. From this Manage Invoices stage, what you are looking at is all of the invoices that have been submitted to QuickBooks. And here you can see also in LeanLaw and follow up with particular actions. You can view the invoice like we just did. You can open it in QuickBooks. You can print, you can email, you can record payments, you can pay it from trust. A variety of different actions, all designed to move forward to the next phase of collecting on what you've just billed for. We'll go into more depth about how you can communicate and send your invoices to your clients in another video, but this was an overview of how to step through the workflow in billing so that you create and send invoices to your clients easily. One additional thing to highlight here, all of these actions that we have done can be handled in bulk, so you can select multiple invoices, multiple matters at a time while doing this. So if you are really trying to scale your efforts, you can do that easily. Thanks for joining us. We hope this was an insightful view into how LeanLaw approaches legal billing workflows. And if you're looking for more information, please visit leanlaw.co to get that information. Thanks so much.